Welcome to this video. It's technically not necessarily a food plot chronicles, but we are going to go up and check our killer food plot down on the farm here. It's just me. David is on vacation with his wife and my daughter, my niece and sister-in-law, and my mom and dad. They went down to North Carolina to see our youngest brother Stephen and our sister-in-law and his wife Carrie. So they just got to North Carolina not too long ago, and Teresa and I are home. She's on call today. So it is a balmy 87 degrees on this Saturday, July 17th. It's my son Brett's 18th birthday. So happy birthday, Brett. He just went to work. We had breakfast and some ice cream cake at lunchtime here. But got a couple things I want to do today that I'm going to take you along. We're going to go up and we're going to check the food plot. Even this morning I got the big, we're going to call him the G2 buck, I think. He's got really tall G2s and big forks at the ends. It looks like a really big 8, might have some junk at the bases, but we've been seeing him. He's been pretty consistent back here through the food plot with a bunch of other small bucks and does, and he was there all morning by the vine and in the food plot. And we're going to go check on this food plot, see how our white rage is coming up and how the clover is doing in the upper part of the plot. I'll weed eat the entrances again, and we'll freshen up the vine right there, and then we're going to freshen the vine up in the tree line. And I've got 2 muddy tree stands and some climbing sticks, and I'm going to try and put them up in the tree line right next to the vine that we have there. And then that'll be it for today. I might trim some of the overhanging stuff as we're driving back just to clear for the Polaris. But that's about it. It's a hot one. I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as I can and then head on home. So come on along. We're going to go back into the farm and check out some of the work that we've been doing. Well, I made it up to the plot. Did a little trimming in some areas on the tree line as I was coming up, just to make it a little bit easier for the Polaris to clear. So not too much work to do here. What I want to do is in the entranceways here, I just like to keep that mowed down, and I'll freshen up our scrape over here. And we'll check the food plot out, see what this looks like. All right. Well, we definitely have stuff growing in the food plot here. That is for sure. I don't want to walk through the area that's tilled, but there's definitely green coming up in there, and then the clover in here is doing pretty good. That's growing all the way up to the top, as you can see. So I'm going to take a walk up here as I see a big limb that fell down. And this is good. A lot of the clover, see back right in through here, this was really small with young growth. That young growth is continuing to flourish even up top here. So that's good. We'll be in here probably when I get back from vacation, the first week of August, and we're going to feed this again because it was June 26th when we came back here and did all of this. So by the time I get back that first weekend of August, it'll be time to feed this with some more Organics and Soil Defender. So that'll keep this plot growing. Same thing with Wally's. And it should be good. It should keep this going. We might do a little bit of overseed, but I don't know if we're going to need to, because once that clover really starts to come alive, it's going to be good. But our white rage is really coming up. I'm going to show you guys that as best I can. I just hope it doesn't get eaten. You can see it coming up all through there. A lot of young growth all down in through there coming up. But there are a lot of deer. That big buck was standing like right in here where I'm at this morning. Went in and out that way. We got clover on the edges here, but see if we can see his tracks. Here they are, right here. Check this out. Here's that big buck's track, right there. That's that big buck right there. You can see our white rage is coming up. So that's good. It's just getting Yeah, we got stuff coming up down here too, so a lot of deer tracks. It's just been so wet with rain that, but it looks like if we can get some dry days to dry this out, this stuff is coming up. It should do well. Alright, I'm gonna get this cleared up with the weed whacker. We'll freshen up the vine, and then we're gonna go down here now. The cool thing is we weren't sure what they planted on the other side here on our neighbor's property, and it looks like it's a big field of soybean, which is gonna be cool. I don't know if they're gonna plant anything here. It's a big hay field right behind me, but down below at the bottom of the hay fields it's corn, and then over in here on the other side it is all soybean. Last year that was corn, so that's all soybean, so that's gonna be good. We're gonna put a muddy hang-on set right down in the tree line near this vine, and then we'll be able to hunt that. We got a ladder stand there, and anywhere along these edges, and obviously in the food plot I can get in with the saddle. So I'm gonna get to work. So we got the vine all freshened up there, and freshened up that scrape. We're just checking some of that food plot, getting down, looking at it a little bit closer, because it's been so wet that this new growth really needs some warm temperatures and not so much rain right now. Gentle rains is good, but we've been getting heavy torrential downpours, and that's got me a little worried about this bottom part of the plot. So it is growing. We just need a little bit better conditions for it to start really blowing up, and those root bases starting to really take. So I think if we can get through the next 2 weeks until I get back from vacation, we put down some more Groganics and Soil Defender, that should help that, you know, into the next 30-day process here of this plot. So I'm going to turn it around, and we're going to go down and see if we can't freshen up that scrape and get these stands on. Alright, well, we're down here at the, we're not far, we're probably maybe about 75 yards from the food plot, but sometimes that short little distance makes all the difference when it comes to getting a shot at a big buck. And they've been hitting this mock scrape down here in the vine, and you can see right here there's like a little bit of a light trail where they're coming through here, or on the other side right here, from that soybean out into here, and vice versa from the hayfield back into the soybean. So there's a tree on the other side there. I'm gonna try and get these stands hung in there, and at least hung today, and then I'll get here with David another day, and we might see what we got to do to trim stuff out to be able to have some shoot. We can probably shoot really well without having to trim out into that soybean, which is great. It's right here when they're coming to the scrape, and I'll show you this. We've shown you this before, but so right here's the vine, and then right down there is the mock scrape, and we've got deer tracks in it, and we've got a reveal cell cam right over there that's probably taking my picture right now, and we're saying hi to David. So everybody say hi to David. He's down in North Carolina right now, probably checking us out. So, all right, I'm gonna see about getting these stands hung. Alright guys, well, I got the stands hung. I'm just going to grab my Easy Cut pruners, and I'm just going to do a little bit of trimming up here, and I might pull the pole saw up just to do a little bit and then leave it go, and then David and I will check it again and see what we think. But I don't want to cut too much, but I do see two areas that we can cut just to kind of get an opening to shoot out here, either before or after the scrape, but they're coming right through here as well. So what I might do is bring the weed whacker and just clear this path as best I can, and with the pruners, and it'll be a quiet way for us to get in. We can sneak in here from the hayfield side, because if they're out here or bedded down in this lower bottom, we can sneak in and use this cover. I have the steps on this side of the tree, so we can climb up and get up in our stands without being seen if there's deer bedded down across this soybean field. So I'm just going to get working, get the rest of it done, and then freshen up the scrape. So we got the stand hung. I cut out a section here that we can shoot before the scrape, and I cut a little hole out there that we can shoot after the scrape, and I just kind of trimmed the tops of the brush going through this tree line here where the deer are coming through, and they also come through right here, right at the vine, and it'll give us a quiet way in. And the brush that I cut down from the lanes, I put that on the soybean side of the tree, so it gives us more cover as we come into where the steps are. So we're going to freshen up our scrape, and then we're going to get out of here. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's video. We freshened up our 2 mock scrapes that we have the vine from Scrape Fix hanging over. We're using the velvet powder right now, which is what you want to be using in the summer months while the deer are in velvet. They're just more social scrapes than anything right now, so we're just kind of conditioning them as we get into the season. We'll switch to Scrape Fix regular as we get into the early part of the season, once the deer have rubbed the velvet off. And then obviously once we get close to the rut, we're going to be switching it up to the Scrape Fix Estrus powder, along with the liquid scents down in there. Food plot's looking good. We just need a little bit of more cooperation with Mother Nature, and we should be in good shape. One thing I just noticed is there is a heavy trail right here, and I'll show that to you in just a second, coming right out of the hayfield, where these deer are coming out of the hayfield right here, and they're going to go right through here. So this is ideal. We've got the stands hung. We can set up in that food plot with a tree saddle, and we got a big buck on camera down here. That's going to be our target buck, so he's been consistent so far. Once we get closer to the season and they rub that velvet off, everything can change. But we're doing everything we can to make it right for now. So alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Laid enough scent down for today. It's hot. I'm going to head home. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let us know in the comments below what you're doing to get ready for deer season. We got to start shooting our bows. We haven't shot much at all, so we got a lot of work to do yet there. And one more food plot to plant, and then just keep feeding them throughout the summer, and we'll share that with you. Give us a thumbs up on the videos, give us a like, and click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'll see you next time.